We all have that dream vacation, right? Maybe it's exploring ancient ruins, kicking back on a perfect beach, or hiking through some mind-blowing scenery. But what if our travels are actually hurting the very places we're so excited to see? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful solution for that. It's called sustainable tourism. I mean, really think about that for a second. Our collective wanderlust, our desire to see the world, puts this incredible pressure on the planet's most beautiful spots. Now, this isn't about making you feel guilty, not at all. It's about opening our eyes to our impact so we can all be part of the fix. Okay, so before we can really get the solution, we've got to understand the problem. Let's pull back the curtain and look at some of the hidden costs of our global love affair with travel. So the main problem has a name you might have heard: over-tourism. It's basically what happens when a destination gets too popular for its own good. Think of a place like Venice, where the sheer number of visitors every single day strains the water supply, clogs up historic streets, and all the cool local shops get replaced by identical souvenir stands. It's the classic case of loving a place to death. And the environmental cost? It's staggering. When you look at the whole picture, the global tourism industry is responsible for about 8% of all greenhouse gas emissions. I know, 8% might not sound like a lot, but for a single industry, trust me, that is a massive footprint. And most of it, you guessed it, comes from getting us there. The planes, the cruise ships, all of it. And it's not just emissions. The strain on local resources is just wow. In some really popular spots, especially dry ones, a single tourist can use up to 10 times more water in a day than someone who actually lives there. 10 times. Now multiply that by thousands and thousands of visitors, and you can see how a paradise can literally start to run dry. Okay, so that's the tough stuff. But, and this is a big but, it is not all doom and gloom. Not even close. There's a really smart framework for a solution, and it all starts with this big idea called sustainable development. So this is the official definition, and it's been the gold standard for decades. What does it actually mean in plain English? It's pretty simple, really. It's all about finding that sweet spot where we can live well today without basically stealing resources from our kids and grandkids. The best way I've heard this explained is to think of it like a three-legged stool. You've got the environmental leg, that's the planet. You've got the social leg, that's people. And you've got the economic leg, let's call it profit. If any one of those legs is weak or missing, what happens? The whole thing gets wobbly and just collapses. Real sustainability needs all three, working together in balance. All right, so we've got this cool three-legged stool idea. How in the world do we apply that to our vacations? Well, this is exactly where sustainable tourism comes into the picture. Here's the official definition for you. And notice, it's not just about the environment. The key part is that it's balancing the needs of 4 different groups: us, the visitors, the travel industry, the environment, and, super importantly, the local communities. The goal is to basically flip the script and turn tourism from a polluter into a protector. I love this quote. It just perfectly nails the mindset shift we're talking about, doesn't it? The whole idea is that tourism should be there to support a place, not take it over. It's about being a really good guest in someone else's home instead of acting like you own the place. So when you put the old way and the new way side by side, the difference is just night and day. Mass tourism is all about quantity. It's a numbers game. How many people can we cram in for the biggest short-term profit? Sustainable tourism is the total opposite. It's all about quality and long-term health. It's a huge shift from use it up and move on to protect it and help it thrive. Okay, let's just bust a few myths real quick. Sustainable tourism is not just for eco-warriors backpacking through a jungle. It applies just as much to a fancy city break or a business trip. And this is the most important one. It is not about stopping travel. No way. It's about making travel smarter and better so we can all keep doing it for a long, long time. It's a journey of constant improvement. All right, so that's all the theory. But what does this stuff actually look like when the rubber meets the road? Let's check out some real-world examples. This is where it gets really cool and tangible. So for the environment, or planet, think about a hotel that's actually running on solar panels and has banned all those annoying single-use plastics. For the social side, people, imagine taking a tour led by indigenous guides who are sharing their own authentic culture and history. And for the economy, or profit, it can be as simple as choosing to eat at a little family-run cafe instead of a big international chain. That way, your money stays right there, supporting local families. Now, here's the best part. When you actually put these ideas into practice, something really amazing happens. It creates this awesome positive cycle, a feedback loop, where the planet, the local people, and you, the traveler, all come out ahead. So for the environment, it's more than just doing less harm. The money you spend can directly fund conservation efforts, like paying the salaries of park rangers who protect endangered animals. And when we have these incredible experiences in nature, we often go home fired up, becoming what you might call eco-ambassadors, ready to fight for the places we fell in love with. And for the local communities, the benefits can be truly life-changing. We're talking stable, fair-paying jobs. We're talking about reviving traditional crafts because suddenly there's a real economic reason for young people to learn them. And there's something economists call the multiplier effect. It's this awesome ripple where every dollar a tourist spends circulates through the local economy over and over again, supporting everyone from farmers to shopkeepers to teachers. So when you boil it all down, it is the ultimate win-win-win. It's a win for the planet, which gets protected and even restored. It's a huge win for local people, who get better jobs and a stronger culture. And it's a win for us, the tourists, because we get to have more authentic, more meaningful, and frankly, just better vacations. It's a better way to travel for everybody. And that really brings us to the final, most important takeaway. The real power here isn't just in the hands of governments or big hotel chains. A lot of it is in the small, simple choices that each of us makes when we travel. So the final question is really for you. Knowing what you know now, on your next adventure, what's one thing you'll do differently?